Hello and welcome to this video. Please like this video and write comments on what other topics that I can create video of. And then please subscribe to my channel if you have not subscribed. Today we'll discuss about three things that preventing your promotion to senior role. So you are already kind of 7, 8 years experience. You are kind of across that software engineer 2 or 3 roles, and you are trying to move to senior roles, or maybe you are a SSC and you are trying to move to principal or staff kind of roles. Okay, or maybe you are a SC and trying to move to a SSC 1, SSC 2 level. Okay, but you are reluctant because of so many reasons, that whether kind of whether I am, can I do that work, or am I already doing that work, or what happens, because at the senior level no one's at the, I'm talking about the staff or principal level, or at the very senior SSC 2 SSC level, people generally tell you that this is what is expected from you, but no one tells how to accomplish that, and that you have to figure out. That is how staff engineer or principal engineer work, because everyone has their own way of working, right? People tell, okay, from this staff role or from the principal engineer role, this is the five thing that is expected of you, but no one will tell you how you can achieve that, how to do it, because these are all like not an organic way of doing things. These are all inorganic way. So you have to have your own learning things. Okay, now what is preventing you to move to senior role generally for junior developers? What they think is that they think that roles means management. No, senior roles doesn't mean management. Senior roles means leadership. A leader can be a manager, but a manager may or may not be a leader. Okay, if it is a technical manager, maybe a leader, but leadership is different than management. And how it different is that if you are a leader, you don't need to have a report. I mean, people might report to you, might not. Mostly they don't report to you, because leadership is a skill. It's a skill. Management is a job. Okay, management is a job. So you have direct report. Is people report to a manager, but no one report to a leader. A leader is kind of, you train yourself to be a leader. You take decisions. You bring out outcomes. You kind of model the team in a way that people think in a particular way. That is called leadership. Okay, management is that you have to get things done. So you don't have the confusion that if I'm moving to a senior level role means you have to do management work. No, senior level loan means leadership. That is one thing. Then leaders generally direct their team towards destination. Managers are concerned about execution. Okay, let's discuss the first one. Leaders direct their team towards destination. Basically, what leaders do. So you are as SC. If you observe your lead or a senior person, what those guys do whenever they start work, they just don't do coding at the first instance. What they do is that they understand the problem, what the problem is, and what we are trying to solve here, and then they do a little bit of research, maybe on Google or ChatGPT or somewhere, that okay, this is a problem, how we can get an optimized solution, not the fast solution, the better solution, the best solution, which is scalable solution, and there won't be any problems later. Based on the problem statement, ChatGPT or Cursor or Copilot gives some suggestions, and based on that, one of the suggestion a senior engineer takes, and then discusses first with the product, or the not mostly not the UX, but with the product and with the lead. If he or she is a lead, discuss with the principal architect, or the product manager or the manager as well. Okay. After discussion, there is a result coming out, and then he or she starts coding. That is how senior managers, senior people shows leadership, and shows basically that after they implement it, basically they after the discussion happens, they create a document, they get the document created. Okay, then they create the stories that is related to it, and then they start working. Okay, that is how senior people do. So basically, they after they do, they see the result, and based on the result, they might change the next set of discussion and next set of direction, and then this is how they direct the team to follow them if they have produced some result. Now, if you are not producing result, if you are senior developer, if you are not producing result, people will not trust you, or people will not follow you. Only when you have results, then people will trust you. So leadership comes by through training, by innate through training, and that the curiosity of going deep into doing something correctly. Okay, more communication, more ownership, more responsibility. How to take a responsibility is a different topic altogether. How to take ownership is a different topic altogether. But primary thing to move to a senior role is gaining that leadership quality, and that leadership quality you will gain how? is to take things seriously and things go in deep research, and then go with create your own designs, create your own architecture. Even if there is architecture, create your own architecture to have a complete understanding of things, and then you can talk to others, right? And then do the coding. Okay. But managers are concerned about execution. So managers thinks about okay, this sprint, this is the expected stories that should be completed. This is the number of points. This is our velocity, and whether we are completing or not, whether we are assigning, and whether it's going spillover or not, why this spillover is happening. So they have goals to deliver something every sprint. So every quarter they have certain deliverables attached to them. Okay, so they look about execution of the task, if everyone is working in the 100% capacity or not, and how to bring the best out of a person is what a manager does. Okay. Then leaders can be managers, but managers may or may not be leaders. Yeah, leaders can be managers because leaders can kind of drive the people towards a goal, as well as kind of think about estimation, think about closer, think about deliveries and all those things they can think. So that the reason leaders can be managers, but managers may or may not be leaders because there are certain things that a manager has to do, right? Um, they have to do certain things so that there are sprint commitments, there are delivery timeline, there are code freezes. All those things are that managers should do, drive the team. So that is different. Then is leaders are design specific, explain the design or a new approach, and then work without any spillovers. Yes, the first they do design, they create a document, they share with the product manager, they talk in the stand-ups or in refinements or in planning or in any kind of one-to-one meeting that they have with their peers, primarily your product manager or manager or your not Scrum, I think with a senior architect or people from or UX or people from other teams where there is dependency. They create a design, they have a chat, then they finally start coding is what a leader will do generally. Okay. Second is if you are a junior developer and you want to be a senior, or you are a senior developer, you want to become principal or anything, you have to be technical deep. But technical deep is like only 20% of the thing that you have to do. 80% thing is all these qualities. That is good communication, design first, ownership, timely delivers, and all those things. And technical deep comes about no errors, no bugs, no unnecessary repeatable mistakes in PRs. Okay, and good testable code, delivery timeline, no spillover. So these comes under technical. This is by default you have to do it. Okay. Next, people put you on one level less than your actual level to check if you are ready for the next level. Generally, when you are hired, based on experience, you might not get that level. Okay, if you are 7 8 years of experience, you will expect that you'll become a lead or you'll get a role of a lead, but you might not get. You might get a role of SSE 2 or SSE 3. That is one level less than your, that particular role that you're looking for. And the reason is that people want to test your skills, whether you are ready for that particular role or not. Because if you're not ready, you can't learn while doing the thing. You have to learn first, prove yourself. You should know that you are capable of that. You have to prove through your work, and then you'll get promoted, or you will get kind of, you can move to a different organization with that principal role or staff. Okay, if you don't have, you can't learn on the job. You should have it. And for that, so if you're at SAC 1 level, you have to look for work like SAC 2. If you're SAC 2, you have to look for SAC 3. If you're SAC 3, you should work like a principal, and then only someone will identify your trait and then give you a promotion. Right? Without that, you can't move to that kind of roles. Okay. Okay, now they only promote them who are already operating at the next level. So they only promote you when they look at certain skills that you are okay, you are working at a level higher, then okay, you are now deserving, so you can get the promotion. Okay. Now, and you can do that if you can take time to do your own designs, analysis, and document. That is what I was saying. So even if you have a design, do your own design. Think about it. Ask questions. Ask your product manager why it is like this, why it is not like this, why you are not thinking in this manner, right? And that will be possible only when you do your own designs. Even if there is a design, if even if there is architecture design, you do your architecture design yourself for your own understanding. Okay, and then after every discussion you might change the architecture design, or maybe the docs that you have prepared, that might change also. Your understanding might also change, right? Designs, analysis, analysis, and the documents also that you have prepared, that will also change. Now manage time well to do these extra things. These are all extra things. No one will teach you. They will say that this is the expectation from your role, but you have to go to ChatGPT and search how to do it. And ChatGPT will tell you all these 10, 20 points, prepare different documents for it, and then follow it. And then you might share with your team that, okay, I'm following this. You can also follow that. So if you help someone else to become a senior, then you are also learning, right? That is the indirect way of learning fast. That also you can do. So thing that is preventing you, that first you have to gain the leadership quality. Second, you have to take ownership, communication, do your own designs, analyze, create your own documents. Okay. Don't think that you are moving into management. No. Okay. And then you have to learn a lot of stuff, both technically as well as a lot of behavioral things are also there. Okay. How you speak, how you communicate, how you, all this responsibility that you are taking. Okay. Those things are there. Just use AI tools to know it. ChatGPT or Cursor or Popper, they will give you a list of things that you have to do, so that you can know that whether you have reached that level that you can switch a job, or you can ask for promotion, or do you have that skills or not, right? These are the things that you have to think about if you want to move to kind of leadership roles. So hope you like this video. Please write comments, and please share this video, and please subscribe to my channel if you not subscribed. Thank you very much.